I feel better already. Back on my feet again. Sweet relief. As good as... Sweet relief.
After
Thank the gods we're awake. I was just conscious enough to realize that we were trapped in horror sleep. But not so much that I could force myself to end the nightmare.
I sort of can't believe that was the last of Tribe. I can't believe that.
You must have triggered our waking yourselves. Tell me, what happened?
Within the dream, we met a figure from our past, and we faced Tribe.
Of course. The fact that you're here now means you must have bested him. Conquered the trickster in his own element. Well done. Without his aid, Leandra will be all the more susceptible to our intervention.
Horror sleep, is that what we just experienced?
Yes. A more malevolent form of magic I can hardly imagine. It shouldn't surprise me that Leandra was capable of inflicting it upon us. And yet, those locked in that terrible state are doomed to relive their worst nightmares over and over forever. Most never realize they're dreaming, much less summon the strength to defeat that which torments them.
What of Ikara? Is she still locked in a dream?
Because the nightmare was of your mind's material, your waking should have triggered hers as well. She'll likely awaken at any moment. But before she does, Source Hunter, I must ask you something vital. Ikara is desperate to rejoin the Forge of Souls between her sister and herself. She believes that doing so will redeem Leandra. She believes she is strong enough to overcome the darkness that has overtaken her sister. I am less certain. Ikara is a sorcerer more powerful than any I have ever known, until Leandra. I am not at all convinced that Ikara is capable of controlling her sister, and I fear rejoining their souls may in fact only strengthen Leandra. Normally, two forged souls live bonded though separate in their respective bodies. It is my fear that the rival powers within these sisters will create something new. Perhaps a third, or perhaps a single entity, neither totally Ikara nor Leandra.
To think that Ikara would take such a risk after all Leandra has done.
Ikara has suffered terribly at the hands of her sister, as have we all. But still, Ikara's love has never wavered. Not when Leandra and I betrayed her. And not even now that she has nearly caused the destruction of the realm. I don't know if I will ever know a love like that. I helped myself to a flake of their light. And look at all that's happened in the aftermath. Some powers I will never understand, but I should say no more. Please, no word to Ikara of what I said. But when the time comes, I hope you'll heed my warning.
We'll probably try to force them if we get the opportunity. Bad consequence or not.
It's over? Oh, thank the gods, that was grueling, to say the very least. My sister certainly has a sense of drama, doesn't she? And very little good taste. That inn, of all places. That night. Not sure you suffered as equally as the rest of us, Zandelor, but I suppose we're quite past the time for accusations. Let's move on. Leandra is likely waiting for us even now. We will need to weaken her before we can use the spell to repair our Soul Forge Guardians. She's far too powerful now to subject to such volatile magic, but once subdued, the spell should be entirely effective.
Are you sure you want to go through with this? Forcing your soul with your sisters may have untold consequences.
These I will gladly face, if it means there's even a remote chance of saving her. I've already lost my sister once. If I can help it, I won't lose her again.
Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Because the reason to not to go through that is fear, and that's it. We have no knowledge about what we should do. All paths are sort of question mark. Battle arena.
Ikara. Zandalor. How long it's been. It does my heart good to stand before you both one last time.
Quite a bit easier to get a good look at you without a bloody icicle in the way, Leandra dear. You're looking well, in any case. Slaughter and destruction quite become you.
Forgive me for that, sister. I feared that you would endanger us both before the crucial moment. If I had known that I'd already become too powerful for the end of your life to cause the end of mine, I might have spared you the indignity.
It's true then. Our soul forge is broken.
Nearly so, yes. With forces of such tremendous power sharing my soul and mind, yours has simply loosened its grip. But we were never meant to be so joined, sister. It was only the spit and string of childhood panic that bound us. Now, we are free.
I don't want to be free of you, Leandra. I never have. We are a single whole, you and I. Without you, I am weak. And without me... Without me, you've lost your way, sister. The slaughter of the imps. The sacrifice of so many by your immaculates. How can you say you act of your own will? You are no murderer.
Yes, she's a murderer though.
Wake up! I am what I am. But what we are about to become is greater than all of that.
You mean you intend to destroy us?
Ah, he speaks. Let me clarify, dearest Zandalor. There is a difference between destruction and oblivion. You destroyed our family and left its fragments struggling for breath in your wake. I intend to erase it completely, to wipe it clean from existence. No more suffering, no more sorrow. We will all find perfect peace at last.
Not really, you'll just cease to exist completely as you say. There's no meaning to peace or anything like that if you don't have awareness of it. So it is the end of everything, good or bad.
I never intended to do wrong by you, Leandra. I loved you. Both of you. Then as I do now.
Enough! Both of you! All of you! Enough! This ends here and now. The more you struggle, the more this will hurt. I don't want to hurt you. Don't you see that?
Is this supposed to be some
A
kind
bargain
of
was struck. Now arise and aid me one final time.
They're not even level 20. But so not I'm not either. Leandra is. Couple of Void Knights. Yeah, that's a lot of popping.
Such sorrow within you. Such rage.
Yeah, the elemental attacks aren't really good. A lot of popping. Oh, my allies are getting their ass kicked. That's.
I'll take care of those embers.
Kara seems to be the popping type. So she's hitting. Let's think we want to keep both of them alive, if that's possible. It might change how the ending happens. They don't seem to be particularly powerful. The problem is they have the void aura. Makes them invulnerable. So 2 of them cannot be killed. Leandra cannot be killed. There's 4 void knights. I have no idea how dangerous these are. Hit point wise, they don't appear to be special. I need to kill what I can.
I can smell your fear!
I need to put some distance between us and the Void Knights. At the same time, I'd rather they attacked me than Zandalor. I mean, he's poisoned and stunned, it's gonna get raped. I get rid of the stunning. Although I have better things to do it. What I need is distraction, so they're not gonna screw me over. Not sure if these guys are even affected by that. Right, they are. These should protect me fairly well. There are summon creatures too.
Face the unending darkness.
So I can more or less just ignore them. But I do need some kind of distraction for these guys. I can't harm them. So they need to... I think haunting might still work.
The Void cannot have this realm.
I have to wait until they come to us. I think we got 2 of those Void Knights. Which means I could easily just lead them to somewhere where they're not going to be bothered. I sort of... Those guys are still a problem. Even though I can't attack them. Where's Medora? Here. I think I'll want to see if I can lure them here somewhere. Holy shit. Shadow damage. Yeah, we need to kill them. Kill them fairly quickly, I'd say. But although we're mostly just buying time, really. Follow Soul to Eden. I can take 2 of them down in a turn. I would still need to take down the third through combat abilities.
Ramming speed!
I don't think they're worth using the flurry. A lot of witchcraft. No big damage spells, no nothing. In that sense, the Sorcerer King was the toughest spellcaster we've had to face. Meteor swarmed my ass right at the start of the fight.
My target dances in shadows.
Okay, these are respectably dangerous. Too much. Getting buffs, but healing is the problem. Why did you go there and get beaten up?
There you are. Good as new
Please
and
heal.
not a moment too soon. Water's cool kiss can cure you.
I think we need to maybe throw Zandalor away. The Void Aura will run out soon though, so we just stay away from these 2, 3, whatever, we'll be fine.
The void shall not triumph!
I'd like to leave the healing to someone else. At the same time, we do have potions. Lots of potions. So this might be a good time to actually use them. I'd probably kill him.
All the beings of Rivellon, we cannot relent.
Bit risky going there, but gotta take some chances. Jarl Goth is the biggest problem. He has to be teleported away. And to another destroy summon. I don't have a summoned creature out though, so I could do that. Buy some time with another summon. Also go with an earthquake. There's a good chance it might knock some down. But no, I don't think so. Why are you poisoned?
Enough. Let's send this devil back into oblivion.
Yeah, we need to send that devil back to oblivion, I know. We also need to keep these guys alive.
They shall not win.
How am I going to keep you alive? Ernvul is the big problem. I think I need to create a physical barrier between these guys. Not sure how well it's gonna hold, but I gotta do it.
Join us, soulless one.
Yeah, and now we wait. You! Get rid of him. Vulnerable he may be, but he can't do the melee, which is the only way he can realistically do any kind of serious damage to me. Can't heal. Can't really do much. Plus it doesn't matter too much, as long as we stay away from him. Yeah. stunned. Okay, we got lucky there. Again, I want to save my points for Leandra so I can basically end the fight the moment Leandra becomes vulnerable.
A man at arms is always intense.
We need to save points. But we can act on the next turn. We'll have to tank some damage to do it though, so a little bit of healing here wouldn't hurt. The only purpose is to here to act as a physical barrier. I sort of still don't think this is like the final battle, because it just isn't dangerous, or dangerous enough, I suppose I should say. Oh, and yeah, this is normal difficulty. The game does offer better options,
Sires of hell, welcome you.
so that could play a major role, and that would also mean the enemy would have more numbers in 500. So it could make a This should be a little bit easy at this point. Yeah, actually this fits right well how usually these games go. If you play at normal difficulty, it sort of works for a long time, then you outgrow it. And then it is what it is. This is exactly what. Whee! Excellent. Okay, we can kill the demon too at this point. Can I kill the demon? That's a different question. Also go with the earthquake, I suppose. What's the earthquake radius? Yeah, it's actually quite nice.
We'll have none of that, you hear?
So we more or less protected our own ass. Air Rule is petrified. Well, of course the demons are basically out of the fight, so is Leandra. So they have nothing left. Weakness. Everything but air works just fine. Everything but fire works just fine. Fire and earth doesn't work. I'm sort of surprised how pathetic these guys are. Shrug, I guess. Let's put things to an end. Don't use air, was that it? Want to be able to keep in under status effects. And don't use air. I'll save the points. Ah, no. I want you to get out of there. You get stunned yourself. Well, whatever. And you're stunned. Why is everyone stunning everyone here? You're stunned. Jesus Christ. And everyone's stunned. How about remove the stun effect? That would be nice. Andra still strongly in the game. I sort of want to get rid of the Void Knights. It's a pain in the ass. We have a singular opponent that we'll have to deal with. That's not going to be a problem.
Sister, what have you done?
Who is still alive here? I don't recall what he was vulnerable to. Ah, crap. Doesn't matter. Why are you stunned? That's the only thing we really need to get rid of.
We sacrifice diplomacy upon the altar of purity.
Explosions. Right, that wasn't so bad. Still stunned. Yeah, still stunned or flanked or weak or whatever. They can't be able to do all that much. I really should move. Okay. You are weak to water, for example. It's not a good attack to use though. I want to kill you. Water weak. Well, same thing. And it's time for it all to end. If I can get a cripple effect on Leandra, she's basically gone.
Crippling blow!
Didn't get it, well, she's most likely still down. This is gonna hurt. What can she do? Stun? No, she's summoning new Void Knights.
To me, servant of the void! Strike me all you want! I am protected!
She's invulnerable. Arcane Vortex. Okay, this battle was a bit more involved than I thought. The demons are gone, and we can probably start taking down the new Void Knights with instant death abilities.
Stand for battle.
What is that? Protection Crystal. Okay, yeah, I guess this is a bit more involved than I would guess. As long as they're up there, there's not that much I can do. Just keeps going and going and going and going. The new Void Aura doesn't seem to have a duration. The permanent one. Physical Immunity Aura. Immunity to knockdown, piercing, slashing, and crushing. We teleport to a random location. That's gonna be wonderful to start to go. There's not that much I can do. Just start beating the shit out of them. Hope it's one of the sound effects fits.
7, aid me!
There we go. Right, now we will have to think about this a little bit.
Enough. Let's send
The
this
mages have to kill the Arcane Vortex. That's the thing. We could go for new summon too. Alternatively, just sort of bash the shit out of those. If I go there, I'll sleep. Be a fireball.
Flaming sphere.
Yeah, Leandra's vulnerable again. Heal her. She's gonna get punished pretty severely. No more Arcane Vortex. And you. Might not hit. Be better to do a battering ram attack. Maybe we get. Let's do it. Ah, yeah, there's still demon left too. But she's the main target. I might not miss. I might not hit. But Jarl Goth will act next. Also, there should be more of these. Void Knight somewhere. Where? I mean, 2 extra somewhere, but I can't see where they are. Ah, there. And there's Sandalore right in the middle of them. I got stunned, other people got stunned maybe.
The void shields me from your pathetic steel.
Does it though? Elemental immunity.
What have you done?
Void Aura. Right.
There you are. Good as new.
Kill
and not a
Sandalore,
moment too
please.
soon.
Thank you. Ah, right. We can't do anything to Leandra. Elemental immunity doesn't particularly matter. What we really need to do is play Void Knights out of this struggle. Could also kill Yalaga, but it doesn't matter. It's already in terrible shape. What about you? There's no rush to kill the magic board. Right, you have to die. Don't really care how. Suppose I could, just in case they summon extra trouble, we could summon an extra trouble of our own. It would act as a distraction too. Why can't I move more? I don't know.
I feel better already.
Okay, we don't need extra healing, we don't really need extra anything. We need to get rid of that stun effect. Shut down this a different way, because we're gonna get stunned again. There's some kind of stun field there. So protect from the stun. What else? Can I kill you? Just don't use air and it should work. Don't think I have the attack power to do it. Maybe I do. Don't use air. Shit. No more demons. And their bullshit demon powers. Ooh, yeah, there's still the Void Knights. How do you feel about poison? Okay, how does this work? Seems to be doing an area of effect thing. I think we should be somewhat careful with this. I feel like I'm gonna screw myself over. That's about the only thing I'm gonna successfully do. double bow? How about some just physical damage?
The peace you
miss.
crave is nigh.
Zandelor is in trouble. And thank God the Earth Elemental draws him, but Black Leandra is wasting her time. They could have killed Zandelor. That's actually my biggest concern, that the NPCs are gonna suffer more than anyone else. I suppose this is sufficiently... This feels like an end fight now. It's not particularly hard, but it feels like a lot of things could still go wrong. Also, there's electrical current going there, so I'm sort of reluctant to rush in there. So, guess I don't really have much of a
I'll
choice.
cut you to ribbons.
I stunned myself by attacking them. Right. Probably been happening for some time. Just electrical fields all over the place. If I can't give them immunity toward the electricity, it doesn't really matter what I do. Stunned and not stunned. We're more or less just buying time, a single turn before we can finish this. Zandelor's ass needs to be protected by someone else.
In the end, this suffering will be over.
Yeah. Hopefully, yes. Okay, we want to make sure Medora can do as much damage as possible. She has a huge amount of buffs and she's immune to the electricity. The rest is more or less, doesn't particularly matter what happens. One of our girls is stunned, that's no good. No, I'm going to heal everyone. For the next 7 turns, everyone has regeneration going for them. I think Nether Swap would allow us to save Scarlet from the status effect. I feel it's just gonna be reapplied if I just remove it. And I can't even remove it anymore. Alternatively, I could try to make Leandra, attempt to shift to Leandra for 2 turns.
Taking a tumble!
The elemental is already frozen, so it's stunned, it doesn't matter at all. Scarlet is now in a position that this stun effect can be removed. Right.
Hop! Stop!
She's gonna summon additional allies. If she can. we can. Okay, she alone.
You can't stop me. It's too late. The void. It's here. It's over.
This is the moment, Guardian. The spell. Use it now. I must repair our soul forge. It's the only way to end this.
Ikara, I can't let you do this. Even now, Leandra's too powerful, too corrupted for you to control. If you merge your souls, she will consume you completely.
I don't know what's happened to her, how she's become what she has, but it is my duty to help her if I can. I can't expect you to understand. Guardians, the spell.
Kara wishes it, it's not our place to tell her otherwise. I wouldn't say that. I know there's a risk to doing things, but we don't know what's going to cause what here. There's risk to everything.
Leandra, it is time. Now, Guardians, the Soul Forge, before it's too late.
Don't you dare! Stay away from me! No! Oh!
It is done. This power, Guardian, I am doubled. I am refined.
Soul Forge Sisters. Retrades a few things. Kara staff, Leandra staff. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into inventory management at this point. So, what happened? Is there still a next step to this? I suppose there could be, but it would be hard to maintain the momentum of the story anymore. Who am I addressing?
It is I, Ikara. And yet, I have become so much more. My sister's soul, its torment, its anger has transformed within me, strengthened me, and yet, it still remains intact. We are one, though still distinct. We are forged, though not melded.
So Leandra is still part of you.
Leandra has always been part of me. We are, at our very core, inseparable. But what drove her down her dark path is quiet now, still as crystal. She cannot, would not harm us any longer.
We must press forward. Leandra may be subdued, but we still must face the Void Dragon.
Of course. We haven't much time left. I feel stronger than I ever have, Guardian. Stronger than I thought possible. We will not fail against the Void.
I wonder if it's an actual fight. Yeah, let's go. In facing and defeating the Void, Leandra might, at least in part, be redeemed.
I will not fail you, Guardian. Together, we will undo Leandra's wrongs. Rivellon will triumph.
I mean, there's a risk in everything, and I don't think we would need the Soul Forge Sisters in any way, really. But at the same time, it's a fairly fitting path to our characters. We've been sort of on the romantic side in almost every opportunity that's come our way. So we would like to believe that everything will turn out fine in the end. If it doesn't, believe in friendship and hold hands so that evil super dragon can kill you if you do that.
Take this wand. Leandra says she had it crafted as the ultimate weapon against her Death Knight army. Its magic can disable them and... What's that, sister? She says you must use it to reignite this last portal. It will take us to Astarte and the Void. It will take us to where we must stage our final stand against Oblivion.
Right, so this was the warm-up fight. I can accept that. This didn't feel like that much of a challenge. The only reason Leandra managed to survive so long was I screwed up the first round. That's pretty much the only reason. And we were never in any real... The threat was that Zandelor was stupid enough to get killed. That's it. Nothing else. So I think I'll leave things here. I doubt the fight against the Void is gonna be any easier to face.